Hi guys, very good evening. So I hope we are live now. I will just wait till a moment just to check if we are live. Else we will try and get me live. Uh, Quickly checking, huh? Hello Kaushik. Hello everyone. All right, I will just wait for a moment for me to go live. Once I am live, we can get started with today's session. We are doing critical reasoning again. All right, before I begin, let me quickly tell you, okay, the non-CAT test series is already started. The first mock of SNAP is on the 9th of December, guys, 9th December. So that's the first mock. Remember to join us. The next mock is on 12th of all right, wonderful. We are already live. 12th of December is the next mock, and that is the NMAT mock test 2, which will happen on 12th of December. The non-cat test series, guys, has already started. As you already know, 2 दिसंबर को शुरू हो चुकी है. Twice a week हो रही है. Wednesdays and Saturdays हर रोज analysis, same day पे analysis होगी. So do make sure you join this for your Unacademy prep for all the OMETs. So OMET prep के लिए एकदम इसको join कर लेना guys. एकदम कोई stop मत करना. Also remember, if you wish to unlock all your Unacademy courses, you have to use AbhiCat to unlock each one of them. ठीक है, अभी कैट यूज करोगे तो तुम्हें 10% डिस्काउंट भी मिलेगा जब प्लस में जाओगे तो, और सारे कोर्सेज, सारे क्विजेस, सब कुछ अनलॉक करने के लिए अभी कैट यूज करना ही करना है. सो डू मेक श्योर दैट यू आर यूजिंग अभी कैट एवरी टाइम दैट यू आर अनलॉकिंग आवर कोर्सेज. ओके गाइस, तो ये जरूर करना. All right, let me quickly brief you about my courses. So my course on VRC for MHCET is coming on 28th of December. I have two more courses. Vocabulary for OMETs is coming on the 21st of December, guys. तो 21st December ये होगा 2 PM से start. तो एक ये course है. And then from 22nd of December, guys, क्योंकि हम चाहते थे that we do focus on SNAP, the second and the third attempt, that means 6th and 9th January attempts. Therefore 22nd December to 7th of January there will be one course at 3:30 PM where I will be covering the entire syllabus for SNAP. तो गाइस स्नैप के लिए ये कर सकते हो, ओमेट्स की वोकैब के लिए ये कर सकते हो, और जैट का कोर्स तो ऑन गोइंग है जो सुबह 11 बजे से 12 बजे तक हर रोज होता ही होता है. सो दिस इज समथिंग दैट वी आर डूइंग एवरी सिंगल डे. गाइस डू रिमेंबर टू कम एंड जॉइन मी फॉर ईच वन ऑफ दीज कोर्सेज. एकदम सारे कोर्सेज जरूर जरूर से करना. डिसीजन मेकिंग का कोर्स भी आएगा. ये एक छोटा सा कोर्स होगा जिसको अभी हम लॉन्च नहीं कर रहे हैं, कुछ दिन बाद लॉन्च करेंगे. सो गाइस that's all that I wanted to tell you. Hey Kaushik, hello everyone, all those who have joined us, welcome, welcome. So today we are doing critical reasoning. Also guys, remember to use Abhilasha_S, that is my Unacademy code for finding me on the app. All right, we've for the last two sessions we've spoken about the critical reasoning questions, how to solve them and all of them. So today we're going to be doing just a couple of questions so that you get used to the idea of solving questions. Hi Royden, how are you? So I hope you've been able to understand CR as we've been doing, and we'll try a few questions today. So let's do this. Here is your first question. So from the passage above, choose the correct option. So read this passage and answer which of these has to be the correct answer. Let's take a minute and solve this question. बहुत sweet सा question है. Let's do this. Alright, so the question says, in the recent past, Indian football team has lost most of the matches in international football tournaments. The most successful coaches in Indian club football tournaments are from Latin American countries. In most of the Latin American countries, football is more popular sport than cricket. Okay, so they're saying that Indian football team loses all the matches, most of the matches in international football. The coaches, the most successful coaches are from Latin American countries, and the Latin American countries football is more popular than any other sport, at least more popular than cricket. So which of these can be concluded? So it can be definitely concluded that in India cricket is more popular. It can be definitely concluded that most Latin American countries are successful at football? Question mark. Okay, more popular, question mark. Okay. It can be definitely concluded that in recent past, coaches of Indian football teams are not from Latin America. Again, we don't know. Recent past, may they are not. Again, a question mark. It can definitely be concluded that European football coaches are less successful than their Latin American counterparts. Again, I'll put a question mark. Can I really conclude this? It cannot definitely be concluded that the more popular a sport, the better the chance of producing a successful coach in that sport. Okay, so can I definitely conclude this, that the more popular a sport is, the better you have a chance of producing a successful coach? It may be possible, but is it definitely concludable? No. And it is not definitely concludable. And therefore, guys, what should the answer be? Come on, you guys tell me what should the answer be. Very clearly, the answer has to be E. Because all the others said it can be definitely concluded. ये पक्का conclude हो सकता है. लेकिन ये तो इनमें से कोई भी पक्का conclude नहीं हो सकता. How do I know cricket is more popular? The passage does not say about India that cricket is more popular. That's why A is not possible. Most Latin American countries are successful. Again, we don't know if most of them are successful at football. We don't know. Can we definitely conclude that coaches are not from Latin America? We don't know. We cannot conclude this. And can it be concluded that European football coaches are less successful? We don't know. Again, for the Indian national team, remember, because here it says the club football tournament coaches are from Latin American countries. We don't know if it's the Europeans who are teaching in the national team or not, or whether it is the Latin American ones. So therefore this is something that we can't really conclude, guys. तो इसलिए ये आंसर तो सही हो नहीं सकता है. तो बेस्ट आंसर फिर हमारे पास बचता ही ऑप्शन ई है. That yes is the correct option. Okay, all right. Let's come to question number 2. Here you are. Which of the following, if true, will best reinforce the author's view? Best reinforce the author's view. One, reinforce means support, strengthen, right? And best means that there may be more than one. And you have to look for the one that is the strongest support or strongest strengthening. Okay, so pay attention. Let's read this one and then try and solve it. This season will pass. The Prime Minister may not win Lok Sabha elections, or he or she may. She may not continue as Prime Minister, or she may. The country will survive whatever the texture of politics in this decade or the next. Read and solve it for a moment. Come on, guys. चलो गाइस फटाफट बताओ क्या होगा. सो एक बार जल्दी जल्दी देखते हैं. आई एम वेटिंग फॉर आंसर्स गाइस. आज कोई आंसर नहीं कर रहा है, क्या बात है. Which of the following is, if true, will best reinforce? What is the author's view? That the season will pass. The Prime Minister may win, may not win. She may not continue as the Prime Minister. She may continue. We don't know. The country will continue. Whatever the politics is, it doesn't matter. The country will survive. So the survival of any Prime Minister is dependent on the country's economic growth. This we don't know. And we can't even... Now, please understand what is the author's view? That this season will pass. This season will also finish. There will be another season. That is the author's view, and we have to support this. So survival of any Prime Minister is actually irrelevant or out of scope for us. So we don't really care for this answer. Eliminate this. Let's look at the next one. The country has a vibrant young population. Again, how is this going to support? How does this say that our Prime Minister is someone that they are going to support? So again, out of scope for us. So let's eliminate this and let's just do away with this one. Let's look at C. The survival of the country depends on a dynamic, growth-oriented Prime Minister, not on the texture of politics. Okay. Now, if the survival of the country depends on a dynamic, growth-oriented Prime Minister, and we don't know what type of Prime Minister it is, then can this strengthen the statement? No, it will not strengthen. It will actually weaken it. So then this cannot be our answer. Eliminate. The previous season had also witnessed a similar political uncertainty. So previous season में भी यही problem हो रही थी. Okay, but फिर भी वो exist किया. तो ये सीजन भी एग्जिस्ट करेगा और खत्म हो जाएगा. सो दिस माइट बी एन आंसर. The survival of prime minister is dependent on the political texture. But we don't know what the political texture of the country is right now. So therefore this again becomes irrelevant for us. So let's eliminate this also. So then the only one that we can pick up as a possible answer is D, and that's why D then becomes the correct answer. Sagnik, I hope you understood why D is the correct answer. ठीक है, तो D होगा correct answer, ना कि B. Okay. All right. Let's look at question number 3. Okay. Which of the following options cannot be definitely inferred based on the above conversation? So let's read this conversation and let's see which of these can be inferred or not. 1 minute lagega. Let's read. So Oinos says, I can comprehend you thus far. So I can understand you for as much as you've told me, that certain operations of what we term nature or natural laws will, under certain conditions, give rise to that which has all the appearance of creation. So when some nature will happen or something, some natural laws will occur, then something will be created. Shortly before the final overthrow of the earth, there were, I well remember, many very successful experiments in what some philosophers were weak enough to denominate the creation of animalculae. Okay, तो कुछ experiments हुए और उनको creation of animalculae कहा गया. Then Agathos says, the cases of which you speak were in fact instances of the secondary creation and of the only species of creation which has ever been, since the first word spoke into existence the first law. So he says that the cases that you're talking of are the cases where the secondary creation has happened, not the primary creation. Okay. So let's find out what the correct answer is. Which of these cannot be definitely inferred? Read and understand and tell me what should the correct answer be. Okay. So ever since the first word made the first law. Okay. So what is this that we can infer? We are looking for which of these cannot be definitely inferred. Okay, let's read and understand. चलो गाइस, मैं वेट कर रही हूँ तुम लोग के आंसर का. क्या डेफिनेटली इन्फर नहीं हो सकता है? बहुत ही प्यारे क्वेश्चंस हैं सीआर के. ऑलराइट, Agathos was explaining something related to creation. Of course, ये हमें समझ में आ रहा है, तो inferred है. At the time of conversation, there was nothing called earth. Okay, यहाँ पे कहीं अर्थ की मेंशन नहीं की है ना, तो we cannot definitely infer it, we cannot definitely not infer it. Okay, so I will eliminate this also. ठीक है. The creation of animalculae is a natural law. Okay, because some philosophers have denominated the creation of something as animalculae. तो creation तो है ना, कुछ conditions हैं, कुछ laws हैं, और laws के अंदर में कुछ होता है, उसे creation कहते हैं. तो animalculae का creation हो रहा है, तो ये हो सकता है. 100% definitely नहीं हो सकता है, but हो भी सकता है. Okay, तो eliminate करो. Natural laws are creations of philosophers. Philosophers ने create किया है natural laws को. But can I infer this from any place? Yes, the philosophers have denominated something to be animalculae. But is it that the philosophers have created natural laws? I don't know. Therefore, this is one that cannot be definitely inferred. So I'll put a star or a tick on this. Law is the spoken word. Okay. Sometimes at that point of time, maybe they haven't written and they have spoke. The first word spoke into existence the first law. So this can be inferred, and therefore this cannot be the answer. So the only one that can be an answer will be D. That natural laws are which cannot be definitely inferred. It is the answer because it cannot be definitely inferred. It may be possible, but it just generally doesn't appear to be true. The others you can infer from the passage. And therefore, natural laws are creations of philosophers. So that will be our answer. Okay. Alright, let's come to question number 4. Which of the following sentences would most meaningfully follow the above paragraph? तो ये जो अबव पैराग्राफ है इसके बाद कौन सा सेंटेंस आएगा? रीड एंड टेल मी। हाँ, कैनॉट बोला है, यस एब्सोल्युटली कैनॉट ही है। ऑलराइट गाइस, चलो इसको करो। क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 है। कभी कभी मैं अपना फोन ऐसे करती हूँ तो मेरे कमेंट्स गायब हो जाते हैं, देन आई एम नॉट एबल टू सी योर कमेंट्स। ओके, चलो। ऑलराइट, सो he says that it's a curious historical fact that modern quantum mechanics began with two different formulations of maths. The first one was the different equation of Schrodinger, and the second one was the matrix algebra of Heisenberg. And then these two, which are apparently very dissimilar, they were proved to be mathematically equivalent. So they're similar. Okay. Now, what should the next sentence be? Let's take a look. The two approaches did not start with the same mathematical formulation. But we've already said this, no? So can I actually say that this will continue? Not really. These two point of views were destined to complement one another and were ultimately synthesized in Dirac's transformation theory. Okay. हो सकता है क्योंकि उन्होंने mathematically equivalent है तो complement कर सकते हैं. Okay. A third mathematical formulation given by Feynman combines the matrix algebra and integral calculus of Leibniz. तो Leibniz कहाँ से आ गया? We were talking of Schrodinger and Heisenberg. So how did this come out? So this let's eliminate. Quantum mechanics evolved in 20th century and came very close to particle physics, especially after the CERN experiment in Switzerland. Again, how will this continue the thought that these were two dissimilar, apparently dissimilar approaches? So this should not be the correct answer. E, which says earlier the two formulations were mathematically similar, but we've already said that they were apparently dissimilar and they were proved to be mathematically equivalent, but not earlier were they mathematically similar? Not really. So this then is incorrect. So the only one that comes near what could follow will be option B. Okay, which says that these two points of views, we've already spoken of which two points of views, were destined to complement and ultimately be synthesized. Yes, very good Sagnik. Yes, you've got it right. बिल्कुल. तो B होगा हमारा correct answer. Very good. Excellent. All right, let's come to the next question, which will be the last question for the day. So Ranu is an ordinary sports person. In the last two university sprint events, her performances were pathetic. Which of the following, if true, weakens the above argument the most? The most, again, सबसे ज़्यादा weaken करे. Maximum weaken करने वाला चाहिए. So she had participated in college swimming competition and finished last. ये तो support करता है, तो cannot be the answer. She is a national shot put champion. Okay, अगर वो national shot put champion है तो क्या वो ordinary sports person है? नहीं, तो ये weekend कर सकता है. Okay, so I'll put a star on this. The last two times Ranu had to compete with national level runners. Had she been in other heats, she would have reached quarterfinals. ओके, तो ये भी वीकेंड करता है कि भैया उसको अपॉर्चुनिटी ही नहीं मिली. नेशनल लेवल रनर्स में थी तो वो हार गई. दूसरी हीट में होती तो क्वार्टर फाइनल्स तक पहुंच जाती. रानू वाज द ओनली प्लेयर हु रिप्रेजेंटेड हर कॉलेज इन द स्प्रिंट इवेंट्स. Okay, if she was the only player in the, here, then she's not that bad. Okay, so this also weakens. And in the college sprint events, Ranu always won. College sprint events में वो जीतती थी, तो ये भी weaken कर देगा कि भाई उतनी बुरी भी नहीं है. हमारा प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हमें कहना है weakens the most. So which of them most strongly weakens it? Which of them says okay, khalas, all the objections are gone. Now look at this option B, which says that she is a national shot put champion. अब अगर वो नेशनल चैंपियन है तो क्या वो ऑर्डिनरी स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन हो सकती है? नहीं. C, D and E all point to her to be an average sports person. स्कूल या कॉलेज में जो है वो पार्टिसिपेट कर रही है और ठीक ठीक पार्टिसिपेट कर रही है. So she could be an okay sports person, she could be a better than okay sports person. But the one which actually finishes the argument is the one that says that she's the national shot put champion. National champion है ही तो फिर ordinary sports person तो हो ही नहीं सकती. That's why B becomes the best answer for us, leaving all other behind. So B then is our best answer. ठीक है guys, I hope ये वाला समझ में आया होगा. Okay, Sagnik, I hope you understood why B is the correct answer. Guys, in XAT, there are at least 5 to 6 questions from passage-based CR. Okay, if you do these well, then you can easily score this set of marks for yourself, and these are at least 4 to 5 of them are doable questions. Okay, they take a bit of time, but they're very doable questions. हाँ देवांशी, लेकिन ऑर्डिनरी स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन का है, ऑर्डिनरी स्प्रिंटर नहीं का है, ध्यान रखो. ओके, पे अटेंशन. हाँ, but what does the question say? The statement that you have to weaken is that Ranu is an ordinary sports person. She is an ordinary sprinter नहीं लिखा है. You understand? तो sports person तो ordinary नहीं है, sprinter ordinary हो भी सकती है. Okay, ये ध्यान रखो. So she is a national shot put champion. That means she is an extraordinary sports person. If this argument had means she is an ordinary sprinter, then yes, I would agree कि इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. समझ रहे हो? तो आपको बहुत closely examine करना है अपने premise को. Premise ने कहा है that she is an ordinary sports person. She is not an ordinary sprinter. अगर sprinter कहते तो भैया फिर obviously you would have looked at some of the other options. Okay, but when it says sports person, then you clearly have to look at all sports. It doesn't say limit yourself to sprinting. Okay, that is why the best answer for us will be B. Okay guys, so critical reasoning, like I said, please pay attention to your arguments. जो conclusion है उसको बहुत ध्यान से spot करो और फिर ही weaken और strengthen करने की कोशिश करो. Otherwise you will get your questions incorrectly. Okay, so do pay attention, find the conclusion, spot the premises, and then start strengthening and weakening. The minute you knew that Ranu is an ordinary sports person was the conclusion, then you knew that we could have already directly weakened it. Okay, so that's why. All right guys, if you have not yet unlocked your Unacademy courses, do use AbhiCat to unlock all the courses, quizzes, everything on Unacademy. Okay. All right, with that we come to the end of today's session. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. with Hindu reading comprehension. Adios everyone.